Okay. It's me, Nancy. This is Writer Unedited number 16. Woohoo! Where I just sit in my chair at my writing desk and chat with you guys. I would say I don't wear anything special with as far as makeup and clothes go, but in fact, I'm wearing a tiara. We'll get to that in a minute. But I really just don't get dressed up usually. Except for the book cover in the background with the tulips. That's always my one concession to what you're supposed to do when you're doing a live of any kind. So if you miss a live, which I do every Wednesday at 2 p.m., except when I don't, and I usually warn you, you can always find the old ones on my YouTube channel, and I will put that in the comments below. So, why am I wearing this very fancy tiara? This is a pretty one, right? I bought this one because the color, I'm going to go in close so you can see it, looks to me like Caleva teal. It's the closest I could get to it anyway, and I thought, yeah, it seemed appropriate. And why am I wearing a tiara? Well, because How to Plan a Royal Wedding is now out in the world. My newsletter subscribers got this, when did I send the email? On Saturday, I think, and then I resent it on Tuesday to anyone who didn't open it, just in case they missed it. So here we are. A lot of people have read it already and have sent me really nice comments. One person, Karen, said that she both loved it and hated it. And she said she loved it because it was just such a great story and she loved seeing Queen and Gabrielle again. She said she hated it because it was too short. Sorry, Karen, it's a novella. I actually meant it to be even shorter than it was. It kind of grew. It was going to be a short story. It turned into a novella because you know me, I can't write short. And I also included at the end of it a teaser for Louise's book. And people were getting kind of excited about that, which is always very gratifying. I'm so glad people are looking forward to Louise's book. I am loving writing it, and I'll talk about that a little more later too. So make sure you found my newsletter in your inbox because you get a free download of this novella, and it's exclusive to my newsletter subscribers. I do not have this up on Amazon where I'm selling it. Only you guys are getting it. So check your newsletter. What else? Yes. Don't forget, there's a giveaway because I went to the Georgia Romance Writers wonderful conference, Moonlight and Magnolias, got this tote bag, which I'm going to give to you, and then got all kinds of fun swag, including, but not limited to, this great pill box holder from Jillian David, who was my partner at the Reader Luncheon table. We were partner authors. Jillian is actually a doctor, so that's why she does the cool giveaway. Some very fun pens, because who doesn't need more pens? Post-it notes, of course. What else? Oh, this fun bookmark, Book Nerds from Stormy Edits. And Susan Carlisle's very cool, what's it called? Highlighter. I can speak English. Don't seem to be as good at it today as usual. That looks like a hypodermic because she writes medical romance. So the way you can get into the drawing for this and all the swag is by telling me which you think is more romantic in the comment. Moonlight or Magnolias. And the random number generator will choose a winner at the end of the month. Okay, so it says I have more comments. They are, as usual, not showing up, so I'm going to put another one in myself to prime the pump, so to speak. Okay. Aww. Cindy says that Elena says hi, and you look beautiful with your tiara. Thank you, Elena. Again, tiaras are not comfortable, so I may be taking this one off because it's big and kind of heavy. But it does look good, right? It's fun to wear a tiara, so... Okay, so on to what's the next thing. Oh yes, books on sale this month. Again, this is something my publisher does. I have no control over it. I never know what books are going on sale when ahead of time. They tell me like a week before. So Second to None, which is electronic only, digital only, which is why I have it in this weird format, is on sale in the US. Country Roads and The Place I Belong, which are books 2 and 3 in my Whisper Horse series are on sale this month in the U.S. They're standalone novels, so you don't have to read them in order. It's a little better if you do, because, you know, things happen in the first ones. But they really are very much standalone novels, so it doesn't matter so much that it's book 2 and 3, honestly. Those are the Whisper Horse books. That's U.S. And then in the UK and Australia, all my Wager of Hearts novels are on sale. The CEO Buys In, book 1 of Wager of Hearts. The All-Star Ante's Up, book 2 of Wager of Hearts. And the one near and dear to my heart, the VIP Doubles Down, because the hero Gavin is an author with writer's block. And, you know, torturing him was so much fun. So those are on sale in the UK and Australia on Kindle, always on Kindle, these sales. So an update on Luisa's story. I have passed the halfway point. I think. So here's the thing. I never know exactly how long my books are going to be. I just keep writing until the story works, you know, until the story's finished in my mind. As you probably noticed with Royal Caleva Gabrielle, because it's a very long book and it was a pandemic book. I had a lot of time on my hands. Also, I just wanted to do the world building. It was so much fun. So, but I think Louise's book is going to be significantly shorter. Fingers crossed. But events are really picking up speed now in his story, and I'm sort of juggling where, when, what should happen. So I actually may break down, and as you know, this is not like me because I am not a plotter at all. I am absolutely, I write by the seat of my pants. So I may break down and actually write a very rough, very brief outline from here to the end of the book. Just like literally, this happens first, this happens second, this happens third, this happens fourth. Very, very rough. I actually find I do that more and more often as I get closer to the end of a book, because I know, you know, by now I kind of know what all the events are. I just have to figure out how to sequence them, basically. So I'm getting really excited because, I mean, honestly, I've loved Luis's book right from the start. I've always wanted to write his, you know, his story. Just writing about a king really interests me. How do you know, that's such an unusual mindset. So trying to get into his head it's just really been a fun project. But as I get toward, you know, you get past what's the sagging middle, which hopefully doesn't sag. I don't think it sags. I try not to have it sag, obviously, but the middle tends to be the hardest part. And so once you sort of get past, sort of over that hump, then it's sort of like, you know, you're pushing the story up the mountain, and then you get halfway point, and all of a sudden you're just whoosh, coming down the other side, and it just sort of takes off, which is cool. All right, I'm going to try writing another comment because, again, I'm not coming through. Okay, who have we got here? Betty Jo, hi, so nice to see you, Betty Jo. Thanks for joining us, appreciate it. Okay, what's my next thing? Oh, so talking about Luisa's book, last night was critique group. I have 3 critique partners, don't know if I've mentioned that before, and they said such lovely things about the story. They really liked the scenes last night because one of them is very emotional. Actually, they're both very emotional now that I think about it. And they said great things, but they also had some terrific suggestions for how to make it better, which is obviously a good thing for you guys, because anything I can do to make it better is for your benefit, for my readers' benefit. So my critique partners are tough editors, but that's what you want. They're also incredibly supportive. They have gotten me through very rough patches in both my career and my life, frankly. They're worth their weight in gold. So I just wanted to shout out right now to my 3 critique partners, who, by the way, are very talented authors too. And I'm actually going to put their websites in the comments below so you can check them out, because I think you will like their books too. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys. To Miriam Allenson, Lisa Verge Higgins, who writes as Lisa and Verge also, and to Jennifer Wilk. You guys are the best. Okay, and so this is news that's sort of related to being a writer. It's not actually writer news exactly. Okay, I'm just checking comments. Mary Jane's here. Hi, Mary Jane. Oh, I'm glad you like my tiara. As I said, it's Calevan colors. It's the teal green of Caleva. Okay, so this is related to being a writer, but it's not exactly about writing. And why is it related to being a writer? Well, because I spend way too much time just sitting in a chair at a computer typing. So what have I done? I have rejoined the Weight Watchers app because I really, really need to lose some weight. So I did it 6 years ago, and I lost 25 pounds, and it wasn't too miserable. It's a little miserable. But then, of course, the pandemic hit. And although I exercised like a fiend during the pandemic, I also did a lot of boredom eating, as I think many of us did. And also, for me, honestly, exercise does not make me lose weight. It makes me feel better. It makes me healthier. It makes me fitter, but it doesn't make me lose weight. So the pandemic hit, and then I had the knee surgery last August, and I didn't exercise, and I haven't been able to exercise like a fiend. I exercise gently now, although I'm going to try and get back to jazzercise tomorrow. But it will be gently. You know, it's not going to be full bore like I used to do, which kind of bums me out. But the knee surgery also kind of made me eat in frustration, maybe. It wasn't boredom eating because I was still doing stuff, but I was frustrated. So all of that adds up. 2 pounds, unfortunately. Also, the fact that I just like cookies. Tate's chocolate chip cookies are my terrible addiction. I'm sure you guys all have terrible addictions too, but Tate's chocolate chip cookies are mine. They're just perfection. I eat them. I put them in the refrigerator. For some reason, they're even better when they're chilled. So I eat them out of the refrigerator. And the good thing about Weight Watchers is I have to log every cookie that I eat, right? Well, I mean, you have to log everything that you eat, but when you're logging cookies, you really notice how many you're eating. So it has cut way back on my cookie eating, which is a good thing. So since I started last week, I've actually lost almost 3 pounds. Yay! And that's even going out to dinner twice this week. So, and I'm not very good when I go out to dinner. Like, I went out to dinner Monday night and I had a Manhattan, which is, 11 points, which is literally half of what I'm allowed to have in a day. So it was rough. So anyway, the reason I'm telling you all this is I'm hoping somebody amongst my Facebook friends will have some really good, helpful hints on how to do better when you go out to dinner or lunch, for that matter. How do you keep yourself from eating bad things? I'm actually pretty good at saying no to dessert. I've learned to do that. But, you know, if my meal comes with a side of French fries, I should say no French fries, but I'm like, oh, I love French fries. I never eat them at home. So, you know, don't I deserve some French fries? So anyway, how do you not do that? How do you not eat the bread on the table that they insist on putting there? How do you just say no? That's what I want to know. So help me out, guys, okay? All right, I see comments. Yay. Let me see. Hopefully you guys are giving me all sorts of helpful hints. See the comments. Okay. Betty Jo says, I only walk 10,000 to 12,000 steps a day and eat pretty much what I want. Just too old to worry about it. There is that. I'm not losing weight because I care what I look like. I'm losing weight because I don't feel good at this weight, to be honest. And Betty J continues to say, and yes, cookies in general are my downfall. LOL. Yes, darn cookies, right? You know, I don't have cake in my house. I don't keep a lot of dessert in my house, but these damn Taste chocolate chip cookies. And Betty Jo says, congratulations on your 3 pounds. Thank you so much. Yeah, those are the 3 easy ones, right? They always come off fast. What else did I miss? Mary Jane says, love your tiara tooth. Oh, I think I already read that one. Sorry, repeating myself. It happens. It happens when you get old enough to, right, to not care what you look like. So any other helpful hints, guys? Gonna put another comment in. No. Well, think about it, and if you come up with helpful hints, feel free to email me or put me direct message me on Facebook or however you want to communicate, because I need all the help I can get with this. I'm telling you. I actually even was considering buying cauliflower rice. You may have seen my post asking if cauliflower rice tastes like cauliflower, because I do not like cauliflower. And there were mixed opinions on that, to be fair, but somebody recommended, Shelly recommended, that I try palmini rice and or pasta, which is made with artichoke hearts, and I actually like artichokes, so I thought, let me give those a try. So I ordered some from Amazon, which I think is coming tomorrow. So we're going to see if that's a good substitute for regular rice, which I just, I miss pasta and rice when I'm eating dinner. So I'm trying to find ways around that. Losing weight is a pain, as we all know. Or controlling your weight is a pain, however you want to look at it. Okay, so let's stop talking about depressing things like diets and talk about happy things, like make sure that you find my newsletter and that you download How to Plan a Royal Wedding, about Quinn and Gabrielle getting ready for the wedding. I think it'll make you have some happy crying, which would be nice, right? So thank you all so much for joining me. It is always a pleasure to have you here. Oh, I've got another viewer. All right, we're going to try one more comment, just in case my viewer said hi. Nope. Anyway, so nice to have you. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I will see you next week, right?